Good day, sir. My name is Anne Priscilla, daughter of Lawrence. My metric number is 10DLS20F2016. Based on the first question, the relationship between Zainal and Halleck raises ethical consideration and potential conflicts of interest. Here are some ethical aspects to consider. First of all, personal friendship and business. For example, Zainal and Halleck have a personal friendship that dates back to their university days. While it is not unethical for business professionals to have personal relationship, it becomes a concern when this relationship influence business decision. The second one is golf club membership. As an example, our league frequently covers the expenses for lunch and drinks at the golf club where they play. While this may seem like a friendly gesture, it could be seen as an attempt to influence Zaina's decision in favor of our league's company. The next one is quality issues and suppliers favoritism. When quality issues arise with Harleck's company's packaging materials, Zainab's decision to protect Harleck in the short term by deflecting blame to the company's own operatives may be seen as favoritism. This can compromise the company's commitment to quality and its duty to address suppliers' issues transparently. The fourth one is gifts and favors. For instance, Alex offer to pay for Zaina's club membership raises concerns about accepting gifts and favors from suppliers. It may create a perception of a conflict of interest as Alex benefit from the business relationship. The last but not least, transparency and fairness. For example, ethical procurement practices demand transparency, fairness, and impartiality in supplier relationship. Zainal should make procurement decisions based on objective criteria such as product quality, price, and reliability rather than personal relationship or benefits. By conclusion, while personal friendship can develop in business, it is essential to maintain strict ethical boundaries and ensure that business decisions are made impartially, transparently, and in the best interest of the company. The relationship between Zainal and Halek, as described, may raise concern about potential ethical conflicts and the need for clear boundaries between personal and professional interaction. It is advisable for Zainal to be cautious about accepting gifts or favors from suppliers and to prioritize the company's interests and ethical standard in all business dealings. Thank you.
Good day to Sir Mr. Go and my fellow friends. My name is Shivnita of Ramesh. My metric number is 10DLS20F2078. Today I'm going to talk about the second question, which is taking the role of managing director of Lita Manufacturing, who has come to find what is going on. As the managing director of Lita Manufacturing, I will take few steps to address the situation. First of all, the first step is gather information. I will start by meeting with both Zainal Halim and Alex separately to get a clear understanding of the situation. I will ask them to provide detailed information about the increase in reject rates, the impact on production, and any effort to resolve the issue. Second is assess the quality issue. I will work with the production manager to assess to extent of the quality issue and its impact on our operations. It is essential to determine whether the problem is limited to Alex company or if it is a broader concern affecting other suppliers as well. The third step is evaluate Zainal proposal. I will review Zainal proposal to write a memo to the production manager suggesting that the issue might be with Lita Manufacturing Operative while providing them short-term protection for Alex Company is important. It's equally crucial to address any internal issue that may contribute to quality problems. Second is consider Alex offer. Regarding Alex offer to pay for Zina Club membership, I will assess whether this could create any ethical conflicts or biases in the procurement processes. Accepting such an offer should be done continuously to avoid compromising the company's integrity. The next step is monitor progress. I will implement a system to monitor the progress of the resolution plan, ensuring that quality issues are addressed and production stabilizes. Regular follow-up meetings with Alex and Zainal will be essential to track improvements. The last is supplier relationship. Depending on the outcome of the assessment and the effectiveness of the resolution plan, I will re-evaluate the long-term relationship, which is with Alex company and other suppliers to ensure the company's best interests are maintained. Uh, Lastly, the goal will be resolve the quality issue, support the supplier in overcoming their production problems, and ensure that the company's operation continues smoothly while maintaining the highest ethical standards. Thank you.
Good day to Mr. Govesia. My name is Mivitra Dr. Sukmar. My metric number is 10LS20F2042. Today I am going to explain what ethical responsibility should be accepted by the procurement officer. In my opinion, the procurement officer should accept the ethical responsibility to ensure fairness, transparency, and integrity in all procurement process. This includes being committed to fair competition, unbiased decision making, and avoiding conflicts of interest. The procurement officer should prioritize the interests of the organization they work for and consider the impact of their decisions on stakeholders, including employees, customers, and general public. This involves making sure that procurement activities are conducted in a manner that maximizes value for money and promote sustainable and responsible business practices. Additionally, the procurement officer should adhere to legal regulatory requirements as well as any ethical guidelines or codes of conduct set by the organization or professional associations. They should act honestly, maintain confidentiality, and safeguard sensitivity information related to procurement activities. Furthermore, the procurement officer should be accountable for their actions and be willing to take responsibility for any mistakes or ethical breaches. They should strive for continuous improvement and stay informed about emerging ethical issues and best practices in procurement. Overall, the ethical responsibility of the procurement officer is to act with integrity, promote fairness and transparency, and make decisions that align with the best interests of their organizations and stakeholders. Then the procurement officer has a significant ethical responsibility to ensure that the procurement processes is conducted fairly, transparently, and in accordance with all applicable laws and regulations. Specifically, the procurement officer should, the first one is promote fairness and equal opportunity. The procurement officer must ensure that all vendors have an equal opportunity to compete for contracts and that no undue preferences or biases are given any particular vendor. This includes ensuring that all vendor selection criteria are clear, objective, and relevant to the procurement needs. The second one is avoid conflicts of interest. The procurement officer should ensure that they do not have any personal or financial interest that could compromise their ability to make impartial decisions. They should avoid any situation where their personal relationships or financial interests could influence the procurement processes. The third one is preserve confidentiality and data security. The procurement officer should ensure that all confidential information provided by vendors is handled and protected appropriately. They should also take measures to protect sensitivity procurement data from unauthorized access or disclosure. Then the fourth one is promote sustainability and ethical sourcing. The procurement officer should give preference to vendors that engage in a responsible and sustainable business practices, such as sourcing material ethically, minimizing their environmental impact, and promoting workers' rights and fair labor practices. The fifth one is implement effective vendor oversight. The procurement officer should regularly monitor and evaluate vendor performance to ensure they are fulfilling their contractual obligations. If any unethical practices or violations of contractual terms are identified, appropriate actions should be taken to hold the vendor accountable. The last one is uphold ethical standards and professional conduct. The procurement officer should adhere to the highest standards of ethical behavior and professional conduct. This includes maintaining honesty and integrity, conducting themselves and fairness and accountability, and being transparent and honest in all their dealings. In summary, the procurement officer has a responsibility to ensure fairness, transparency, and ethical conduct throughout the procurement process.
By upholding these principles, they can contribute to the overall integrity and reputation of the organizations. That's all from me. Thank you.